Hello, dear students. Today we will do the poem from your book Beehive. Name of the poem is On Killing a Tree, which is written by Give Patel. On killing a tree. It means what happened when somebody kills the tree. The poem is written by Give Patel. He is an Indian poet, playwright, painter, as well as a practicing physician, means doctor, based in Mumbai. Patel belongs to a group of writers who have subscribed themselves to the Green Movement, which is involved in an effort to protect the environment. His poems speak of deep concerns for nature and expose man's cruelty to it. Patel's works include poems How Do You Withstand Body and Mirrored Mirroring. He has also written three plays titled Princess, Svaska, and Mr. Behram. The poem written by the poet tells us that how a tree can die, how a tree can be killed. Because when we cut a tree from branches, it does not get die because he has a great power of healing, and because of this power he becomes green again. When we cut a tree from its bark, it also does not get die because it gets healed itself with the passage of time and becomes stronger again. So let us come to know how a tree can be killed. Here you can say that tree is just like an evil. As a tree cannot be killed easily, similarly an evil cannot be removed easily. An evil cannot be rooted out easily. Because if we want to remove an evil from the society, we have to be determined and we have to attack on that root cause of this evil. And we all have to put efforts to root it out. Then only it is possible that a society can be from evil free. Similarly, if we want to cut a tree, we have to root it out from the earth where it is bound with its strength. Then it can be killed, then it can be died. So let us read the poem. In the first stanza, the poet says, It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown, slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of it, leprous hide, sprouting leaves. So, in this stanza, the poet wants to say that it takes much time to kill a tree because simple strike of knife won't work. The tree has grown slowly, consuming the earth. That is earth's nutrients. Means a tree does not become a tree within a few days. It takes long time because from seed or from sapling it becomes a big, long, strong tree. So it takes many years and it gets the nutrients from the earth and consume it, and slowly with the passage of time it becomes a tree. It feeds upon the earth crust and sprouts out of its leprous hide, means a hide which looks as if struck with leprosy. Leprosy is an infection where in some trees, like we have some spots on the skin, similarly the tree has some spots on the leaves. So that is the disease. Leprosy is a disease. The descriptions given by the poet indicate that the tree as a parasite which keeps consuming the earth. It feeds on its crust by eating it all the nutrients, thereby destroying its fertility. Besides, the tree gets nourishment from air, water, and sunlight, and then it becomes stronger, and such process goes for years. Leaves keep coming, sprouting out of its leprous skin. This here the tree symbolizes big evil, from which small evils keep coming and sprouting. As under the big branches of tree, small leaves come and sprout. Similarly, under the big evil in the society, there are many evils, small evils take birth and flourish also. So we can say that if there is an evil in the society, there is not at that single evil. There are many evils come and make the society not worthy to live. In the next stanza, the poet says, so hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which of unchecked will expand again to former size. So, in this stanza, the poet wants to say that a simple single strike of knife can't kill a tree. So, it should be cut in a rough and violent way, means should be backed and chopped properly. But even the chopping alone won't kill the tree. It won't give much pain to it. The bark will be cut, and that bleeding bark of the tree gets healed and curled again, and the green twigs will sprout again from the near the ground where the tree has been cut. And if these small twigs can be remained unchecked, they will grow again into the size of former boughs. Yes, it is natural. If we break one or two branches of the tree, there is no harm to the tree. And after some time, we can see that from that place, from where we have cut the twigs, we had broken the twigs, there new leaves, new branches are sprouted. So here we can say that the tree is again symbolizing evils. We can't get rid of bigger evil by simple and small blows, as they will grow again and assume their former shape and size. If we protest ourselves, or if we oppose any evil, if we raise our voice against any evil in small areas, then it can't be said that it is rooted out. It can be rooted out easily, because to root out any evil from all the corner of the society, all the people of the society have to try. They have to oppose. They have to raise their hand against that evil from every corner of the society. Then it is possible to get rid of it. In the next stanza, the poet says, no, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied, and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely. The poet says that the tree must be pulled out of the anchoring earth. Anchoring earth means the earth gives support to the tree, gives anchor. Anchor means support. Trees are held securely and tightly with the help of the roots in the earth. So, if we want to kill the tree, we need to kill its very source from which it originates, means the roots. And for the particular purpose, we need to tie with a strong rope and then pull it out of the earth's cave by using our full strength, and then chop it entirely. Of course, if we want to kill the tree, we have to give stress to root it out. We have to separate the tree from its roots, from the earth, from the roots. If the roots come out from the earth, then it is very easy to die a tree, to kill a tree. And how people can easily understand that how a tree can be pulled out with roots. it is easy to be seen, or it can be seen by everybody, I think, that a kill uh, to root out the tree, because tree is very strong and cannot be rooted out easily by a single person or two three persons. So we can see, we or usually see that a tree is tied with rope, strong rope, and the rope is pulled. With the help of that strong rope, the tree is pulled out by the team of some human beings, and they pull the rope. They have the rope from both the sides and pull it from their own side, and then they become able to loosen the tree's roots from the earth. And then roots come out from the earth and trees fell down on the earth, then it can easily be killed, because its real strength has been exposed now. So, here again, continuing with the symbolic technique, the poet says that in order to get rid of the deep rooted evil, we must know its source. The source means the roots. Expose it and then kill it entirely with our full strength. If we expose the root of any evil and then we hit that strength, we hit that root strength, then it becomes easy to get rid of that evil entirely from the society. Next stanza. In that stanza, the poet says, out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed, the source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. The poet says that the real strength of a tree is its root. Of course, now we all have come to know that the real strength of the tree is its root. The source, the wide and wet root, is the most sensitive part of a tree. The which part is considered the strongest part of the tree? Which part is considered the strongest part of any evil? It is always in hidden form. It always remain in hidden form. And then if we go to that hidden form, and if we expose that hidden form, it becomes easy to kill the tree. It becomes easy to root out the evil. It is the part of a tree which has remained hidden for years inside the earth. If we want to kill the tree, this pivotal part of it has to be brought in open by pulling it out with full strength. Here, presenting the tree as a deep rooted evil, the poet makes it clear that none can end an evil completely until its source is found, exposed, and duly destroyed. It means, so dear friends, if we want to kill the tree, we have to root it out properly. Here the poet makes it clear that none can end an evil completely until its source is found, exposed, and duly destroyed. In next stanza, then the matter of scorching and choking, in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. The poet here says that the pivotal part means the main, the most important part of the tree, that is the root, it should be left in the air and after it has been pulled out of earth's cave, the root should be left in open to scorch and choke. It should be left there till it browns, hardens, twists, and withers away. Because when the tree is rooted out, its sensitive and soft roots start to get dry in the presence of air and sun. Only after letting it go through all this, the tree can be considered and said to be really killed, of course. Likewise, if we want to bring an evil, it is very end. We need to find its source to be rooted fully. We need to drain away all the life and strength from it. We must not let it linger in the society. We must not provide it any other chance of survival. If and only if we do not let any space, any chance for that evil to survive, to flourish from any of the corner, then only it is possible that the trouble, that the evil can be rooted out from the society. So, here the poem conveys the message that trees are living beings, just like any other form of life. They have strong survival instincts and can withstand any type of assault, trauma, or crisis. It's not easy to kill them, for they have a never say die attitude to life. Every time they are attacked, injured, or scrapped, but still they heal themselves and regain their glory. However, if they are uprooted and left in the air and the sun, they die. We human beings must live just as trees do. It means we human beings have to live the life like a tree, because if a tree harmed cannot get harmed just by a simple injury or scrap. Similarly, we should think that we should not get back because of some incidents of our life, some accidents of our life, something wrong happen in our life. We should not get back. We should not lose heart, because with the passage of time, everything gets its position back. Thank you and have a nice day. Stay home, stay healthy.